Yeah, good afternoon, sports fans. You're welcome to your favorite YouTube channel for all things sporty, all things football. You can also join us on Facebook. We are live also, and you can always join us for your watch along, and whereby we stick with you, we journey with you through the ever exciting world of football and sports in general. My name is Afolayan Adeyemi. I'm your host for today, and yeah, we are on the watch along of the Everton at home to Arsenal Premier League game. Match day 31 it is, and I'm not alone in the studio. I also have with me Apollo, who is an Arsenal. The pass forward and Everton on the break. We run on the right, cuts back. Oh, Dakore drops it for his teammate. Oh, still Everton. Oh, that was blocked by Arsenal. The free kick taken into the box, and in dangerous area. But Arsenal finally cleared their lines. And that won't be going in. O'Brien with that big chance, but I couldn't convert it. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is Everton 100% safe?
I think they are.
No.
Not because, normally, mathematically...
If you say 100% safe, it's called mathematical.
Well, they are not 100% safe. Yeah,
they are not 100%
but I think they are about
so
95%. That is, then we will agree that every team that has not gotten 40 points is still on relegation fight.
Not about 40 points. You
it's
look
about
at
the 40 points.
Listen, there's 8 games to go. You look at the gap between the team currently on the last relegation spot and that team, and look at the number of points still up for grabs.
Yeah,
if the teams can pick it all up, are they in the relegation waters or not?
What I'm saying is that Everton and Manchester United and Tottenham, if I'm correct, I think they have the same number of points, which is probably 34 or 35. So if we are saying Everton is in the relegation fight, definitely we will have to add the likes of what was her name, Man U and Tottenham also. Then mathematically they are not safe because they
Everton has 34 points.
Yeah.
Not even same as Man U. Same as Tottenham.
Okay,
now,
same as Tottenham.
With 34 points.
This could be the goal for Arsenal. Ooh.
With 34 points.
And
the last team
which is
Ipswich has 20 points.
That's about 14 points.
That's 14 points. Good. And there's how many points left? 3 times
24.
8.
There's 24 points.
So are they safe?
They mathematically they are not. I'm not saying they are safe.
They are not safe. Yeah, they are still in the relegation fight.
Yeah, I agree, but we need to add the likes of Tottenham and Manchester United to it also.
Tottenham is in the relegation fight.
Including Manchester.
Is still
yes,
there.
But I think yes, they are all there. But I think Everton will definitely escape because that 14 point. I don't know how he switched down. Leicester City and what they call them, Southampton is going to get 14 points from their remaining 8 games. So which is not possible.
There's nothing like not possible.
But with the way these teams are playing,
just went to defeat an informed Bournemouth at home.
No. Bournemouth, look at Bournemouth last 4 matches in all competition. They failed to win.
Have they not been informed this season?
But
that home ground, did they not defeat Arsenal there?
Yeah, they defeat Arsenal there. They defeated Manchester City there, but they've also lost to Brentford there also. They've lost to some other teams there. But what I'm trying to say is that I think Everton will definitely escape, the relegation battle like they usually do. I think for the past 3 or 4 seasons now, we know Everton always, battle it out, and they will definitely escape.
And Sterling running down the line, finally has to Trossard, and he shoots! And Arsenal have a goal!
Leandro Trossard on the break. Arsenal eat
on the break! Yeah. Arsenal just got it 1-0 up.
Wow.
And that's an assist from Raheem Sterling.
Everton will not lose this game under this David Moyes if it were to be under their previous manager, because we saw Everton before the appointment of David Moyes. I think at the time they've lost about 4 or 5 games in a row, including this Ipswich Town that just defeated what they call them now. Is it Bournemouth the other day? I think that was a 9th consecutive match they failed to win. Before that, they've played 9 matches that they failed to win before getting that 3 point there. And so, but for Everton will not lose 6 matches in a row. So it's not possible with Everton to lose.
There's nothing called impossible.
Well, not football. With this Everton under this David Moyes. Probably maybe next season.
You say personally, you think. Don't say generalize it as it is impossible. You will see your thoughts in your own opinion.
Let me just let's my own opinion.
Good.
With this Everton side, I'm saying they won't lose 6 matches in a row.
That's and realistically, everybody is entitled to their own opinion until reality now shows you that it has a way of surprising us all.
That was a very harsh decision.
So let's see, and he scores. Ndiaye scores. So it's now Arsenal 1, Everton 1. I think why you will notice that.
Look at it. And not that I don't know. Look at the ball. So where's the?
If you notice this, if you notice one thing, he didn't give the Arsenal player a yellow card. That means I think he just obstructed the. No, if you look at it, on the second look, he fell on the leg of the Everton player.
The guy that
and the Everton player, if you look at it, the Everton player went down and stood up again. So that means the Everton player wasn't waiting to get a penalty. But let's see. Analysis will come up after the game. But I think that it's still a 50-50. Be that as it may. But for me, if I was the referee, I wouldn't give that. But you know, sometimes referee's discretion matters too. And Everton will attack on the break with the ball and he shoots. But David Raya is up to this task and he will save that one.
And to be honest, still looking back to to that penalty decision, it's a very, very harsh decision. We've seen a lot of this kind of balls in the league and not being given. Even Arsenal have had to me. If
if we sit down on the complaint table, every club has their fair share.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they need to
officiating
the referees needs to be very, very
consistent. This one, what I'm trying to tell you is that this one is a 50-50. Some referee will give it, some will not give it. That's why there's an aspect of the law of the game that says referee's discretion. Because if you look at that chance there, if not for Skelly's fall, if that guy goes in on that ball, it will be a straight chance at goal. So you have to reanalyze. You need to understand this rule before you start saying that it was a full wrong decision. Because on the second look, I saw that too, but some referees will give it, some won't. And he decided to give it. Well,
I just hope if we have anything close to that also in the
then you
because I don't want situation where
inconsistency.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If that is a penalty, then let's see it as a penalty in any game.
Any game, yeah.
Not you giving a penalty. You know that. Then it doesn't make. That is why fans will continue to.
No, you know the error part of this whole thing is that part of the law that says referees discretion.
But at the same time, there's VAR, the video assistant referee, to help you, because you can go back to the VAR and look at it.
But that Trossard first one was an attempt, not a foul.
But if it were to be Everton player,
no, I won't agree with that. See, that's a biased statement.
It's not a biased statement because what I'm saying this thing now is that if it were
Leandro Trossard didn't fall to the ground. Leandro Trossard made an attempt, the goalkeeper saved it. So you can't compare. When you are considering the law of the game, you have to look at the resultant effect. If Skelly didn't fall on that guy will be straight at goal. That's why he didn't get a yellow card. See when you analyze from an objective perspective.
The penalty. If
being an Arsenal fan,
it's not about being an Arsenal fan. I will say it anytime, any day. If against any club, if that ball, to me that shouldn't have been a penalty. We are only saying it's a penalty because the referee have given as the
on a second look. That's what I told you. On a second look,
with what I've seen, in fact, I've seen the replay about 2 or 3 times. I still don't think that should have.
Skelly fell on his leg. Didn't he fall on his leg?
No. He didn't fall on his leg. Both of them. See, they were both pulling each other.
You are wrong, Paul. You are wrong.
Don't worry. You see the replay.
He fell on his leg. That was why the guy went down and still stood up again. So this is a free kick to Arsenal, very close to the box 18. Can they convert this one? Declan Rice standing there. Bukayo Saka also standing. And Leandro Trossard also standing next to the ball. And it's a good attempt. But Pickford was up to the task right there. Okay, so an Arsenal fan in faith right there. Martinelli will shoot. But that was a beautiful save by Pickford. Right.
Arsenal was sitting first on the log.
Arsenal should be topping this table.
Why
Let's not go into that discussion.
Okay, is it because
it is very obvious?
No. If you say be topping, you think people will think maybe there was a time Arsenal was sitting first on the log.
That's not what I'm saying.
How should we be topping when we've not been able to?
Coming into this season,
the Manchester
who was the second favourite?
It's Arsenal. Then who was the favorite?
Then what are you saying?
Then where is it? Then you say who is the second favourite? I thought you want to say who is the favourite. If you
the favourite was Man City, not even Liverpool.
So where is Manchester City? And look at it now. Even Manchester City, that was the favourite at the time. They were sitting first on the log, but today they were nowhere to be found. Arsenal for once, we've never this season. Last season was even better because at
you know one thing about Arsenal fans.
No. You just have to.
You know how to defend mediocrity.
It's not about defending mediocrity.
No, you know how to defend mediocrity.
No. We just have to set the record straight.
That's why
I'm saying is Arsenal should be.
That's why an average Arsenal fan will still defend mediocrity.
It's not
about defend. An average Chelsea fan will criticize. What should be criticized?
There's a difference between criticism and when you are, trying to.
See. Let me tell you the truth today. And if you don't know, and that is why Arsenal, for them to be that top team in England, will be very difficult with the mentality of the fans.
Arsenal is a top team in England. Look, you are talking about, you are saying because of last season.
Arsenal will soon become a Leeds United.
It's
not a matter of last season. Okay, what can you say of a team that has been 20 years they won the league last? They are fast becoming a Leeds United.
It's very difficult.
They are very good. They will soon become a Leeds United. They will soon become a Nottingham Forest because of the kind of fans that they have.
That's your own opinion.
Maybe it's obvious.
You are saying
it's obvious because an average Arsenal fan. See, listen. An average Arsenal fan will defend Arsenal for being a mediocre.
No, if Arsenal plays
that's the truth.
They
will find the excuse. They will say, like you just said, the excuse. How many times has Arsenal?
No, it's the fact.
What was the expectation from the beginning of the season?
Is to challenge for the title.
Was Arsenal not in pole position
to win the league this
season? Yes, at the beginning.
How? At the beginning, how?
Come on.
How?
That's why Arsenal will always be mediocre. No, because they have mediocre fans. No, it is mediocrity.
You say Arsenal was
in pole position.
What I want you to explain to me is how was Arsenal in pole position to win the league at
the beginning of the season? Who was the second best team that was expected to win the league?
That was the second best thing that was expected, or do you
know that at some point Arsenal was just 2 points off this Liverpool?
It's a lie. There was no time we were 2 points off Liverpool.
Yes.
No. Bring it. Check the time.
If I bring it out, what would you lose?
I don't have.
No, you're laughing.
See,
because I'm telling you.
No. I disagree with you.
No.
There was no time.
If I brought it out, what would you
behind
lose?
Liverpool in Liverpool first position?
What would you be willing to lose?
No, there was no time Arsenal was 2 points behind Liverpool.
See,
there was no time Arsenal was 2 points behind Liverpool. In fact, at the time, even Chelsea that was close to Liverpool, probably maybe you are missing Arsenal for Chelsea because there was a time Chelsea was 2 points behind. That was the closest anybody got behind Liverpool since Manchester City dropped from the top position.
Realistically,
there was no time. I think even the least point that we were behind Liverpool was, I think, should be 5 points or even 7 points, because I remember before Saka got injured, we were about 7 or 9 points behind them. So I don't think there was any time Arsenal was. It's not about me thinking. I know there was no time we were 2 points behind Liverpool. And if you are talking about based on last season, I agree we are one of the favourites to win the league. But saying we are in poor position to win the league, that is where I disagree with you, because this season we've not played anything that really warrant us to win the league. We've had a lot of players injured. We've picked up red cards when we are supposed to, and to be honest, with the way Arsenal have performed this season and seeing Arsenal being on second position, it's even surprising to me because we did not.
No, Arsenal is only second because of the inconsistency of teams like Chelsea and Man City.
What about last season? What about last season? If
okay.
What about last season? What about last 2 seasons?
That's why Frank Udo said, second to none. That's why Arsenal is second to none.
You only say this season Manchester City were not at their best, but saying because they, and if you want to use based on last season's performance to judge any maybe this season, then Manchester City should be winning the league.
Yeah, so the Arsenal fan is disappointed. That has been their national anthem for most of the season in this Premier League. Even last season, ending up disappointed. This season, ending up disappointed. 2 seasons ago, also ending up disappointed. Well, maybe one day they won't be disappointed. My name is Afola Adeyemi. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, for our subsequent bulletin, you can join us. Thank you. And God bless you.